Thank you for joining us for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight, the Monday morning pulse report for seafood purchasers. Some fast facts to start this week. H&G fresh halibut prices dropped to $6.90 a pound last week, a decline of about 30%. Consequently, more fish is being frozen. Increased supply of frozen halibut may bring prices down as well. And Newfoundland crab prices are up 59% this year to $2.15 a pound. The fishery opens this week and prices are expected to remain steady. In the news this week, scallop prices may have yet to hit their high. The immediate impact of the tsunami on the world's largest scallop producer in Japan was bad enough, but the strong current that hit Peru merely hours later is contributing to a further rise in prices. Japan consumes most of its scallops domestically, so the drop in supply has less of an effect on the global market. Conversely, Peruvian scallops produced by suspension aquaculture are sold in large quantities throughout the United States and Europe. Peru's production could drop 10 to 15% this year, and supply from Argentina and Chile is expected to be down as well. In other news, processed haddock prices out of China have dropped 10 to 20 cents in the last month. Chinese processors had initially set prices high for two reasons. First, Russia purchased more haddock than normal during the summer months, and there were low inventories in both China and Europe over Christmas. In the new year, Chinese processors inaccurately forecasted that raw material supply would remain low. However, increased quotas for Norwegian, Russian fisheries and steady prices out of Iceland have proved otherwise. The second reason prices were high was because processors had anticipated labor shortages following the Chinese New Year. These uncertainties have now subsided. FOB China, loins are now going for $2.50 a pound and fillets for $2.36 a pound. And finally, an update on Japan. While radioactive particles in the waters off Japan have been reported at the highest levels yet, they are not high enough to pose a health risk. In Alaska, at Dutch Harbor, the Environmental Protection Agency has reported amounts of radioactive byproducts that are also too low to be health-threatening. Japanese experts and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration have both reported that particles are unlikely to build up in fish and that seafood remains a safe protein to eat. Moving forward, the EPA will continue to actively monitor radiation levels. It can be expected that trace amounts of radioactive isotopes will continue to be found, but they are at levels far below those of public health concerns. Thank you for joining me for the Tradex Foods 3-Minute Market Insight. This is Robert Reierson. Buy smart and eat more seafood.